The Tampa Bay Bucks travel to Chicago to face the Bears on Sunday. Chicago a 5.5-point favorite on BETDAQ, 46 the total in this game. Now the Bucks have been awful this season, but they won their second game of the year last week, beating the Washington Redskins 27-7. And incredibly, they're still in the mix in the NFC South. The South has been the worst division in football this season. The Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints tied atop the division at 4-6. So the Bucks just 2 games out of first. If they can string together a couple of wins here, who knows? We could be talking Tampa Bay Bucks and playoffs. And I think they have a shot on Sunday on the road in Chicago. The Bears have been pretty bad themselves lately. They did beat the Minnesota Vikings last week, but prior to that game, they had lost 5 of 6. And even in that performance last week, something wasn't right. Their offense wasn't able to get it rolling. They produced just 21 points. Now, fortunately, the defense stopped the bleeding. That defense had surrendered 106 combined points in their previous 2 games, both losses, obviously. But last week, they held Minnesota to 13 points. And here this week, they face a Tampa offense that's somewhat similar to what they saw last week with the Vikings. And by similar, I mean not very good. The Bucks 28th in the NFL in total offense, 25th in points scored, averaging fewer than 20 points per game. However, as we mentioned, they put 27 on the board against Washington last week. Veteran quarterback Josh McCown back under center now, returning to Chicago where he had some success last season. And the Bears, last in the NFL, 32nd in points allowed. They surrender 29 points per game. Tampa not particularly good on defense either, but they haven't been quite as bad as the Bears, especially lately. The Bucks have really tightened it up lately. In their last 4 games, Tampa surrendering just 18.7 points per game. So look, I think 5.5 might be a bit much in this situation. I know it's tough to trust a 2-8 team going on the road here, but this is the Chicago Bears. The Bears have been just about as bad in recent weeks. I think this is going to be a close game. Like I said, I think 5.5 points might be too many. I think Tampa might even be able to pull the upset. And if they do, look out. You might have to hop aboard that Tampa bandwagon. You never know. They could go from 1-8 to NFC South champions. Wouldn't that be something? Probably getting a little ahead of ourselves here. We'll start with this game on Sunday. I lean towards Tampa plus 5.5 here. I also like over 46.